Frost having a whale of his time when EU closed to cave in over current Northern Ireland situation. Brexit tensions could be set to be eased with Maros Sefcovic warning there is a way out of the current impasse over Northern Ireland. Speaking on Monday, Mr. Sefcovic claimed he is absolutely convinced issues can be resolved. Following Lord Frost's repeated threats over Article 16, Mr. Sefcovic called on the UK to engage with the EU. He said, "If our partners in the UK would engage, and I hope we will see more of that this week, then I am absolutely convinced that we can resolve all the issues which are troubling people on the ground." The European Commission is preparing to impose tariffs on UK exports under a specially prepared package that will likely be shared with other EU member states as soon as tomorrow, Tuesday, according to Politico. It is hoped this will discourage the UK from following through with its threat of triggering Article 16 of the Northern Ireland Protocol, which would see trade rules in the UK province suspended. Another option being considered includes the total suspension of the post-Brexit trade deal. The latest escalation in tensions comes after talks in Brussels on Friday between the UK's Brexit Minister Lord Frost and European Commission Vice President Maros Sefcovic ended in stalemate, with negotiations continuing in the Belgian capital this week. It is now looking almost certain the UK will invoke Article 16 before the end of this month, with Lord Frost warning last week doing so may be the only option as Britain continues to claim the conditions for triggering it have been met. Mustafa Rahman, a former EU official now at consultancy Eurasia Group, warned, "The relationship is totally broken, and it's not going to move into a better equilibrium until this question of the protocol is fixed. A trade war is not inevitable. A landing zone for agreement is discernible through the rhetorical fog. Ending European court involvement is a non-starter, since it means rejecting the unique regulatory status carved out for Northern Ireland in deference to the Good Friday Agreement, which is at the core of any Brexit agreement. But governance structures could be tweaked to filter the court's judgments through bilateral arrangements that allow Downing Street a face-saving new sliver of sovereignty. If that ideological itch is scratched, technical solutions on customs follow." The European Commission's Maros Sefcovic said he is absolutely convinced that the UK and the European Union can break their impasse over post-Brexit trade arrangements for Northern Ireland if the British government engages on outstanding issues. The EU cautiously welcomed a change in tone from London, though British Brexit Minister David Frost said significant gaps remained. While Mr. Sefcovic, the top EU official dealing with the matter, said a meeting last week with Mr. Frost was much better than their previous engagement, he remained worried about the British government's rhetoric and action around the protocol. "If our partners in the UK would engage, and I hope we will see more of that this week, then I am absolutely convinced that we can resolve all the issues which are troubling people on the ground," Mr. Sefcovic told an Oireachtas committee. Britain left the EU last year, but it has since put off implementing some of the border checks between Northern Ireland and Britain that the EU says the British government is obliged to under their divorce deal. The British government says the checks are disproportionate and are heightening tensions in Northern Ireland and putting the Good Friday Agreement at risk. Mr. Sefcovic reiterated that the EU needed London to reciprocate in the talks with its own concessions after it offered to cut some of the checks needed on goods moving from Britain to Northern Ireland. He said that he thought the two sides were very close to an agreement on the supply of medicines from Britain into Northern Ireland, the most pressing issue because it needed to be solved before the end of the year. The two sides also agreed last Friday to move to very concrete discussions on legal texts, he added. However, I have to say I worry about the rhetoric and action of the UK as regards the implementation of the agreements and in particular the protocol on Ireland and Northern Ireland, Mr. Sefcovic said in his opening statement. Mr.